Okay, what is going on, guys? It is Sheen, and we're back with another worst to best ranking. This band right here is. Look, what you were about to see, if you're not a fan of this band, is a lot of what would be described as satanic stuff. What you might actually not believe about these guys is they are indeed Christians. Not Christians, but they do believe in God. They've said it many times. A lot of the music they wrote and a lot of their particular lingo is to piss off, and scare people. Scare people and not scare people, but like, piss off parents and kind of just show people that they're by the book ideologies are fucking annoying and ignorant. And that's why I like Slayer. Slayers they're different. It's kind of how I think of it. Like I believe in God, but I don't go to church. I don't go by the book because I'm not gonna be told how that my mindset is wrong. You know. But yeah, let's get into Slayer. Okay, so we got 98 Diabolus in Musica. This record is it's not good. It's not bad, like I've said about all the other bands. This was like recorded by a fucking garage band. I mean, this would be like an okay, kind of okay first record, but like up to Slayer standards, it's just horrible. I mean, it's not great, honestly. But I will say that the theme of it, even just looking at that cover you see right there, I mean, just but the whole theme, the way they toured it, it was okay. It was cool, but you didn't have many of these songs sticking around for long. That's when I was saying that. I'll throw Undisputed Attitude in here. So they kind of made this, kind of just to return to their punk kind of like roots and influences and stuff. Kind of evident, but no. But Undisputed Attitude is not good. I mean, it's only a 30-minute record, and it's not. It's just it's kind of like forced, rushed, but it's not bad though. I mean, it's okay. It's punk rock. It's got some moments in there that are like metal as fuck. And awesome, but like I said, compared to all these other records and the records you're about to see, further on, it's not that great. Christ Illusion. Oh, this record is it's obviously compared to the previous two we just discussed. It's not as bad. I mean, it was after God Hates Us All, my personal favorite Slayer record, but it's just not. It's not good, I mean, especially because it came after God Hates Us All, and that was like their best record since like 94, I think. So like they just like came back and then fucking pissed off again. But there are some tracks on the Christ Illusion that are subpar. Like they're okay. They're not bad, but most of it's not great music, to be honest. But it's okay. It's not a bad record, I suppose. World Painted Blood. Kind of similar to this. It's not bad. I do give this record some condolences as it is Jeff Hanneman's last record with Slayer. And the way Jeff Hanneman died was just really strange and not cool. But fuck, I mean, people die. That's what happens. I'm gonna die. You're gonna die. Everyone dies. It's inevitable. Only thing guaranteed in life is death. But I think title track is sweet on this record. And Human Strain, I think, is a fucking hilarious song, but it's also got like dark elements, but the intro's hilarious. I've always loved the song Human Strain, and I don't know why, but yeah, World Painted Blood isn't terrible. It's not bad. The most recent release, and I actually seen Slayer. If you go on my channel, I've seen Slayer in person. I only uploaded one song because I had shitty phone back then, but I saw Slayer in 2018 after they released this record on their like literal last tour. They announced on that tour that was going to be their last tour, and it legitimately was. They had Gary Holt filling in for Jeff Hanneman. It's just amazing that they stopped, but wow. But they're old. I can't blame them, and this type of music is intense. So, but Piano Wire is a good song. It's not the record itself, dude. It's not, for it being their last release probably ever again, which I'm saying it like with that tone. It is depressing because I love Slayer, but I'm happy I saw them, and that I'll tell you, I've been to concerts. I've seen Pyrotechnics. I was in the lawn seats for this concert because, of course, I was young and could barely afford it, but I scraped up the change because I wanted to see Slayer. Other than the lawn seats and the upside down crosses that came in as flames at Darien Lake Amphitheater in fucking New York, you could feel the heat from all the way back on at the lawn seats, and that's way in the back, and you could feel the heat. And I couldn't even imagine how hot it is for the performers in the front row fucking ticket holders. Crazy shit. It was incredible performance for their last tour. I will say that. 94's Divine Intervention was the last good record until God Hates Us All, and then they kind of just tapered off after that, but it's not bad. Divine Intervention, I didn't really, again, this is the record I've listened to the least, but it's not, and again, you know what I mean, it's the record I've listened to the least by Slayer, but it's not terrible. It's good music. But you know, not really much more I can say about this. I mean, like you said, you know, like I say, the vibe is not particularly Slayer per se, but it's okay. It's not bad. It's a record after Seasons in the Abyss, so it's not terrible. You know, you make a record like Seasons in the Abyss, you can't come out with something horribly worse afterwards. Am I right? I mean, I've seen it happen in a couple bands, but not many. But yeah, Divine Intervention is definitely worth listening to. My personal favorite Slayer record, but obviously not the number one in my wholehearted analytical opinion, is God Hates Us All. Songs like God Send Death, Bloodline is an awesome banger. New Faith is heavy as shit. And the intro to this record, and basically every song on this record is a you know why I like this record? It's not even just the musical, lyrical, and this composition of the songs. It's the sound of the guitar. I think this record is heavy as fucking ballsack. It's a heavy record. Balls to the wall. And I love Slayer for that. But God Hates Us All is why it's my favorite. It's the way it sounds on top of how it was performed and made. It's amazing. And creepily, this record was not only released 3 days before my birthday, but it was released on September 11, 2001 when the attacks happened. Because they had, if you watch on the Beast Feast, 2001, August 28th, where Pantera's last show took place, Pantera and Slayer played together on that show 2 weeks before 9/11 happened. You see them play some of these songs. They were probably like, if let's say 9/11 hadn't happened, this record probably would have been released on like September 20th or 30th or even a little bit into October if they wanted to wait of 2001. But I think when they saw the attacks happen, they wanted to be shocking and release the record that day. So I mean, you know, it's creepy but cool. We have an 80s record in here that's not that high. South of Heaven. I think title track is good. I forgot the name of the song, but it's actually been sampled in the intro of Only One by Slipknot. But there's another song on this record that's an absolute banger. This record isn't actually great, and a lot of people put this lower, but I'd put it higher because of the aesthetic it carries and the significance it carries, and it aged well over time, I think. But it's not the best record, I will be honest. South of Heaven is not great, but it's timeless now, and it's got it's definitely changed in my heart over time. So I put it a little bit, higher. Show No Mercy, Slayer's first record. A lot of the earlier bands, like a lot of the thrash bands, the big four, released their stuff in the early 80s. Metallica, Slayer, and Pantera with their Metal Magic record, if you think about it. All released their quote-unquote first album, because Pantera is in quotes, because it wasn't their first technically, you know, in the eyes of fucking Pantera fans, but you gotta be realistic. All these three bands I just mentioned released their records. The first one's in 1983. Show No Mercy's 1983 record is, I'm sorry, it's late for me. You can tell by my voice, but now I'm talking, but Show No Mercy by Slayer from 1983 is a banger. One of my favorite Slayer songs of all time, actually, believe it or not, is on here. The Antichrist. Antichrist is crazy, crazy cool song. And Die by the Sword is also a really good song as well. Die by the Sword. Hell Awaits. Hell Awaits is, for being the record after this one, Show No Mercy, Hell Awaits is good thrash metal. It's actually a really, really good record. I like the way, I think this is Slayer's best produced album besides Rain and Blood. I think Rain and Blood is the best, but this Hell Awaits has got a good. I think it's a very unique sound of mixing and stuff like that, and I think I think the title track is a long song, but they made use of every minute they extended that song to. So the intro though to the record and Hell Awaits, their title track, is fucking awesome. So hell yeah. Number two, we got Rain and Blood. There's a song on here that most people who are Slayer fans know, if not all of them. Excuse me. And that is Raining Blood. They play that song that became a live staple. It's a awesome song. It's honestly, I think, one of the first true metal breakdowns, like stomp around type shit, came from the song Raining Blood. But you could consider maybe like The Thing That Should Not Be by Metallica, possibly, but really, I think Slayer invented the breakdown with the song Raining Blood. But this record is, I think The Altar is a good song too, but I think out of all the songs on this record, this is worth a spin front to back. I think there's 4 Slayer records that are worth spinning front to back. Actually, 5 are God Hates Us All, Rain and Blood, Hell Awaits, Show No Mercy, and Seasons in the Abyss. Which brings us to Seasons in the Abyss. Now, this record is fucking crazy. The title track, Dead Skin Mask, are just some examples of how intricate they fucking wrote this record. I mean, this record, before I end this at 12 minutes, this fucking record, I don't even gotta say nothing. I've said it all. This record is top tier Slayer, and it's actually a god dang good piece of music. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, do pray to God, and do practice good faith, and don't go into things with ill intent if you can help it. Love you all. Subscribe, like, and peace.